Hello and welcome to Shiny Crochet. This is part 10, the final part of my Giant Tiger Plush series. See the card above for the trailer video which covers the normal introduction information, such as yarn, hook size, and where to find the PDF pattern. As always, if you have any questions, drop a comment below with as much info as you can so I can help. This is the final video of the series and covers the joining of everything, which may need some of each colour. Make sure to take some breaks and stretch your hands and shoulders. There is a lot of sewing ahead which can strain your fingers without care. We begin construction with the head. Take the top of the head and jaw pieces, then take the cream part and turn it right side in, so the side that was facing you while you worked is on the inside. Turn the orange part right side out, so the side that was facing you while you worked is on the outside. Place the orange part inside the cream part. Line the face square up with the side of the orange piece that does not have black stripes. Using orange yarn, single crochet from the corner of the face piece around the edge to the opposite side. Take a moment to turn the head right side out and confirm it is all straight. If you're happy with it, sew in the tails. Using the hole where the face square is, push out the corners and edges, making sure it is all looking square. Stuff the head enough that it keeps its shape, but not too much that it will be excessively heavy compared to the body. Using the tail from the black eyebrow, or by attaching a new thread of black yarn, sew the eyebrow to the orange piece 2 or 3 rows down from the back loop line of the forehead. It should be centered. This will make it easier when next sewing the sides of the face down. Using the tail from the cream section or by attaching a new thread, sew the sides of the face down. Next, we will attach the face details. First, the nose. You can use pins to test the placement and confirm it is straight. When sewing it on, I send the needle over the edge so it flattens down slightly. It may take a couple tries to get it on straight. Be patient and keep trying. Next are the eyes. They are slightly oval. Pull them to ensure they're stretched nicely. Use pins to test the placement and confirm they are straight. Then align them to be upright. Sew them on. I like to do it by inserting the needle within the stitch and not going over the edge so it sticks out slightly from the face. If you're learning, you may want to leave the tail out until both are set. That way you can remove and reattach easier if needed. Finally, we are attaching the ears. They sit way back on the back corners of the head. Using the orange tail from the ears or by attaching a new thread, sew them on with a slight curve so they stay upright. If yours are flopping around, then join another stitch or so down, curving if needed. There we have it. The head is done. That's one of the most fiddly parts. If you've succeeded here, you'll be fine on the rest. Next, we will attach the spots to the bottom of the feet. Using pins to test placement, the large spot is positioned with the edge lining up with the starting circle of the foot. Then the 3 spots are aligned in a curve above. Then the 3 spots are aligned in a curve above. Sew them on like the eyes by keeping the needle within the stitches, rather than over their edge. We can now attach the belly patch. Line up the patch on the body. Decide which side of the body will be the front versus the back. If unsure, just pick at random. Remember, the belly patch will cover the large portion of the front, so if there are any mistakes, that can be useful. The finishing row will be in the crotch, and the starting row will be at the neck. Pin it in place to ensure it is centered. Try to keep it smooth to the body, not stretching or puckering. Once it is aligned, sew it in place, using the tail of the cream yarn or by attaching a new thread, sending the needle in and out of the edge to smooth it down. Next, we will be joining the feet to the ankles, using the orange thread from the legs, or attaching a new thread if that was sewn in. Position the ankle above the side of the foot with a large spot, as that is the heel. So 3/4 of the way around, complete some last minute stuffing as needed. Once the first foot is attached, check how the leg and body holds up if it is stood up on the foot. It won't stand on its own, but if leant against the wall, you'll see if the leg is crumpling. If so, add more stuffing to the leg and torso through the ankle that is still open. Once you're happy with it, then join the second foot in the same way, making sure they're somewhat symmetrical. The head is next to be joined. The neck is somewhat centered to the bottom of the head, but back a touch. The top of the belly should touch the bottom of the head once it's joined. I find it's best doing a small circle first to test placement, then a larger circle to finish the join. Don't worry if it's a little crooked, just make sure that it's secure and mostly straight. It'll just add a little character. Keep checking in with the placement until you're finished. Be ready to undo if it's too wonky. You may attach a stitch marker to help keep the face centered to the middle of the belly patch. Next are the arms. We will join the hands to the arms. Using an orange thread, sew the finishing row of the arm to the closure of the hand, trying to keep it centered. Even now, the arms are the same, there is no left or right. Once the hand and arm are joined, stuff the arms. They don't need to be very stuffed, just enough to keep their shape. But they can be pretty floppy, so they are malleable for fun poses later. Once they are stuffed, complete a row of single crochet along the top. It should run parallel to the hand. cut a long tail and use that to join to the body. I joined to the top of the first black stripe on the body, about 5 stitches away from the side of the belly on either side. Once both arms are joined, you know which is left and right, so we can join the thumbs. They go on the inside of the hand, facing the body towards the front. Sew them on. Once sewn 3/4 of the way around, stuff it lightly to keep the shape. Once both are joined, just double check they are in the right place. And last but not least, the tail, lining up the base of the tail with the wide 5-row stripe of orange on the back of the torso. Sew it in place. Once 3/4 of the way around, insert some final stuffing and double check the alignment. The tail should be pointed straight up behind the head. Once it's fully sewn on, you may want to do a darn to pin the tail to the back so it doesn't flop around. You could also use a clip or pin to do it temporarily. If you are pinning it, add a slight curve by pulling the tip down a bit. Now celebrate and take some awesome photos. And that's a wrap. You have your very own giant cat plushie for adventures and cuddles. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I hope you love them as much as I do. Be sure to share on social media. I'd love to see your makes. Tag at Shiny Crochet and use hashtag ShinyGiantCat so others can find it too. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop for new projects. Have a lovely day.